That's rule. Fucking dumbasses. Yo. Welcome back. It's the Mansdem. Again, it's the Herb with my boy Jesus Noir coming to you on March 7th. I say the date because when we get later into this podcast, we're going to talk about the Western Conference playoff race. And most teams have 19 games left to go. So we'll break that down and some predictions on who we think is going to claim that last spot in the Western Conference. Before we go any further, though, I got to go in on this bullshit Draymond, Charles Barkley beef. All right. Now, I don't mind brash people. You talk it, you walk it, you defend it, and you do your thing. I get all that.
Yeah.
Right. Charles Barkley says a lot of shit, whatever. Never takes any personal jabs, but he questions people. Sometimes he questions their heart. He mocks their skills, whatever. And when these new guys, these younger guys come back at him, they're always doing personal stuff. Yeah. So right off the top, Draymond Green saying that, because he's got rings, that Charles Barkley can't even sit at the table with him. Absolute fucking bullshit.
Absolutely ridiculous. This is a guy who is actually now a 2-time Hall of Famer. First of all, because of with the so he basically said he can't talk to him because he doesn't have rings. That's a shot at his playing. And then he said he couldn't sit at the table at him because he can't talk basketball or whatever.
He's not smart enough to do that.
Yeah, so that's a hit at his basketball analysis,
right.
which he's a Hall of Famer in both categories.
Just wins awards every year for that, man.
So I mean, I can't understand where Draymond Green is even getting off on stuff like this. But the fact that he's talking all this junk to Charles Barkley, he's talked a lot of junk in his career. That he's just that guy.
Right.
But beyond this talking with Charles Barkley, what has he really talked about this year when his team has been completely junk?
Right.
He doesn't talk. You haven't heard his name at all other than this because he doesn't have anything to say now because when he was all high up with Kevin Durant and Klay Thompson and Steph Curry all there, on his side, and then making the team all one of the best in the league, maybe one of the best ever. He was all chirping and talking all this mess, and
Always
now
right.
when they're the worst team at least in the Western Conference, if not the entire league, which includes the Knicks, from what I remember,
crazy
that he doesn't have a whole lot to say. At least as far as the team goes, now he's talking about Charles Barkley or whatever. Like, give me a break, man.
So here's my thing.
That's crap.
Here's my thing about this. And when we started this podcast, day one, I said that the Golden State Warriors could get the 8th spot with Draymond and Steph, and maybe getting Klay back at the end of the season. But I said that Draymond would have to be putting up 15s.
Yeah.
15 points, 15 boards, 15 assists, which is, again, it's totally possible for him. Again, we've seen that because of the people he had around him.
Yeah.
So I'm disappointed in his stat line of 9, 6.9, and 5 when there's no one on the team. So it means you're getting all the touches.
Yeah.
Means there's a bunch of misses because the team sucks getting your boards.
Yeah.
Right. And you should be, and the assists, fine. The team's not making buckets. I'm not going to fault you on your assists, but you should be averaging a double in points and rebounds.
Yeah.
Just to justify your fucking contract.
Well, that's it as
so
well, right?
You got this max deal on the backs of Steph and Klay because of the success of the team.
Yeah.
And you won some championships. And yes, you're a good defender. So you got this max deal. And now when you've got no one to turn to, no one to hide you, you can't even put up a double-double.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're going to come at Charles Barkley and he can't sit at the table with you because he didn't win a ring. First of all, let's not get it twisted. You are a max player now on the backs of Steph and Klay.
He's a passenger.
Right? You're their champs, not because of you. You went along for the ride and you helped it along the way.
Yeah.
You didn't lead a team. You were on a team.
Exactly.
All right?
Exactly.
Barkley took the Phoenix Suns to the finals.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
They might not have won a playoff series without him.
Yeah.
So don't question it. Furthermore, Barkley's 2 worst seasons. His rookie season, his final season, he still put up better stats than Draymond right now. 14, 8, and 6 in his rookie year. 14, 5, 10, and 5 in his last year.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's 14.5 points, 10.5 rebounds in his last year. 20 games, small sample size, still. All right. You're putting up 9, 6.9, and 5. I don't think you can talk to anybody.
No, not with numbers like that. When this is as you said, this is the time he's supposed to be stepping up because in the absence of those great players, and he's not doing that. That you need to just shut your mouth and just kind of sit in the background and wait until your boys come back so you can start talking bold again.
Right. So last 2 points I want to make on this. people have to understand that Draymond Green only exists right now because Harrison Barnes shit the bed in the second year. If Harrison Barnes did not shit the bed in the second year when Draymond was in his rookie season, or even the second year, might have been his second year as well, he wouldn't have been playing.
Yeah,
he wouldn't have been playing. But Harrison Barnes shit the bed, and Mark Jackson found a spot for him, and then he showed the effort. He was doing all these other things, and he got his chance. But let's understand, Draymond Green would not be Draymond Green if Harrison Barnes did what he's supposed to do.
Yeah.
And the last thing I'm going to say is when Barkley criticized LeBron James a couple years ago, saying that he wants all the best players, instead of going in on Barkley's abilities, whatever, he went in on Barkley talking about how he doesn't want to be a role model, this and this. And people keep missing the point of that. What Barkley was trying to say to youth back then was that aspire to be better than ball players, doctors and lawyers, because realistically, it's crazy enough, it's easier to become one of those than a basketball player.
Yeah.
Right. So, he was telling people, listen, don't try to copy us.
Yeah.
We just provide entertainment. There's more important jobs out there.
Yeah.
But everyone keeps twisting his words by saying not being role model because he didn't want to take the responsibility. It wasn't about that. He believed the responsibility of role models should be on people who serve a bigger purpose.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And now obviously in 2020, the job of an athlete now is risen a bit now. So yes, now's the time where you can be role model. You have a bigger platform. But let's not take him out of context. Draymond, shut your mouth. You're not even averaging a double-double on a team that has 14 wins. Shut up. You don't get to have a conversation.
Exactly.
Next thing we'll jump into, just go over this real quick. Nets head coach, Kenny Atkinson, has been, they've mutually agreed to part ways. I got to tell you, considering how many people have been begging to get back into coaching, I don't see a coach who's going to go to the playoffs for the second time in a row with a team that no one expected anything from, is just saying, I don't want to do this anymore.
Well, on top of the fact that, he's next year he's going to, in theory, he's going to have, Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant. He would have had them. Nobody's like, you know what? I look at that team and say, this is enough for me. I think I want to.
We could win the East. I don't want to do this. Get out of here. So I don't understand. I've only heard good things about this guy. They liked how he developed young players. They liked that players showed up for him and they worked hard. And like I said, last year they got a 6th spot. Yeah. This year they're fighting for 6, 7 right now. So I mean, it's very strange.
Look at the two of their best players who developed under Atkinson, Karis LeVert and Spencer Dinwiddie. Look at how LeVert put up a 51 the other day. These guys have really developed under him, and they've become potential stars, right? So why are you shitting on a guy that's helped to develop these guys? And I mean, you're going to obviously be drafting more players at some point in time, I think, right? So I mean, if